Hello sports fans, it is Wednesday, March the 13th, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Before we get into our NHL State of the Union, let's go through some scores of note from last night. Let's start in the NBA, where the Miami Heat's winning streak continues. They are now up to 19 games in a row. The Heat are flying, they're rolling, they look unstoppable. They are the best team in basketball by far. They plastered the Hawks last night in Miami. Miami is on an absolute roll. When was the last time they lost? I don't know when this winning streak is going to come to an end. I mean, they are flying now. They are playing at an incredible level. LeBron James out of sight. Throw in Wade, Bosh, Allen. Unless Miami gets a serious injury to one of their core players, they're going to win the title this year. They are head and shoulders above everybody else. Also last night, the Lakers went into Orlando and beat the Magic. The Lakers fighting for that last playoff spot. That was Dwight Howard's return to Orlando. We knew the fans would boo him. They did. What in the world was the Orlando coach doing last night? They put Dwight Howard at the foul line 40 times. They were intentionally fouling him most of the game, including down the stretch of the game. I mean, Orlando's one of the worst teams in basketball. Don't they have anything else to worry about? Don't you want to work on any other part of your game? That's what you're worried about? I mean, this wasn't the 7th game of the finals where we're going to put Howard at the free throw line to decide the game. I mean, they put him at the line 40 times, most of them intentional. They were constantly just purposely grabbing him, purposely fouling him. I mean, what a joke. I mean, you can't put one player at the line 40 times during the game. And what was the point? I don't get it. Orlando's one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, what was the strategy here? There was about 5 minutes left in the game. They're down 10, and they start intentionally fouling Howard. I don't get it. They did it in the first half as well. I mean, you think Orlando would have bigger fish to fry here. I mean, they're worried about intentionally fouling Dwight Howard in a regular season game? I mean, Orlando's got other things to work on, don't they? I didn't know where the Orlando coach was coming from last night with that. Very bizarre. Also last night, a couple of surprises. Charlotte plastered Boston. I was surprised to see that. And Minnesota beat San Antonio. San Antonio just beat Oklahoma City the night before. And Minnesota plastered San Antonio last night. San Antonio did sit a bunch of guys. We know Parker's out. They sat Duncan. They sat a couple other guys. So they didn't have their full lineup. I still was surprised considering Minnesota can't beat anyone. And San Antonio usually wins even when all their guys are out. So there was a couple of surprising scores in the NBA last night. Also, in your NHL last night, the Buffalo Sabres beat the Rangers. That was another surprising score. I didn't see that one coming. Pittsburgh, a nice rally last night against the Bruins in Pittsburgh. Bruins are up 2-0 late in the third period. Pittsburgh gets 3 late goals and beats the Bruins. Pittsburgh's on a real roll. Anaheim went into Minnesota and beat the Wild. Anaheim's surprise of hockey right now. Phoenix beat LA. That's a nice win for Phoenix considering how well LA was playing. And Carolina beat Washington. I like Carolina. I think they're a sleeper team this year. Washington's all but done. I mean, they're done. I mean, they just can't get it together, Washington. Over to your college basketball. A couple of games in the Big East last night. Seton Hall beat South Florida, and Rutgers beat DePaul. Those were kind of the playing games for the Big East tournament as we get rolling with the Big East this week. Valparaiso beat Wright State, so Valparaiso punches their ticket to the dance. LIU beat Mount St. Mary's. LIU going to the dance. And South Dakota State beat North Dakota State. South Dakota State Jackrabbits. I love that name, so I had to throw them in. They also will be dancing as well. We have all our conference tournaments going on this week. They're just getting going now. You have a little the preliminaries going on right now. As we get to the weekend, the games are going to get bigger and bigger in college basketball. Also, I caught some of the World Baseball Classic yesterday. The USA beat Puerto Rico. USA looked good yesterday, got a well-pitched game. USA now has off today, and they play tomorrow. They play the Dominican Republic, who beat Italy. Remember, this is a double elimination round as well, so the United States is in the winner's bracket now. So that win last night, very important. They get a day off, then they go to the winner's bracket. They play Dominican Republic. That won't be an easy game. But even if they lose that game, they're not out, and they would just have to beat the winner of Italy, Puerto Rico, and they've beaten both of those teams already. So the United States in good shape to get to the semifinals. And on the other side, you have Japan and the Netherlands. They're already in the semifinals. So we're getting down to the World Baseball Classic finals here. We're going to be in the finals pretty soon. USA has a good chance to get to the semifinals. We'll see how they do from here on out. Also, NFL free agency started yesterday. We had a bunch of moves. Tony Gonzalez Tony Gonzalez, who said he was going to retire all year from the Falcons, said he played his last game in the playoffs when they lost, now is coming back to Atlanta. Why do these players even bother announcing their retirement? They all come back. I mean, what is the point? Tony Gonzalez the whole year was talking about how he was going to retire, and now here he is back on the Falcons just a few weeks later. So, I mean, Tony Gonzalez back. He's a fabulous player. Good to see him back, but why talk about retiring the whole year when you come back a few weeks after the Super Bowl? I mean, come on. So Tony Gonzalez back. We'll see if the Jets trade Revis. Looks like the Buccaneers are very interested. Jets in complete rebuilding mode. I don't know what the Jets are doing. I mean, they're saying they're not rebuilding, but they are rebuilding. They're unloading and cutting everybody. I mean, my goodness, what is it? What's happened to the Jets? Remember just a few years ago how well they were playing? Now they're in complete rebuild mode, although they're not admitting it. Wallace went to the Dolphins. He was formerly with the Steelers, so the Dolphins get a speedy receiver. Kruger, the linebacker for Baltimore, he goes to the Browns. The Bills cut quarterback Fitzpatrick. Thank goodness, that was a very smart move by the Bills. They should have never signed Fitzpatrick to a long contract. He is not good. He is a backup. That was a smart cut by them. And the Steelers signed a couple of guys. Plaxico Burress will be back, and Foote will be back. You're going to have a lot of movement in the next few days, the next week, the next couple of weeks with the NFL. There's going to be a whole host of moves. There's still a ton of players out there. So we have 1 million guys to be signed. Every day you're going to hear about someone new in the NFL. So that's kind of some of your news and notes from last night. Without further ado, let's go to the State of the Union in the NHL. Let's start in the NHL Eastern Conference. We're going to go 15-1. We're going to go wins, losses, overtime losses, and a little breakdowns of the teams. All right, we're going to start number 15 in the East. The Florida Panthers, they are 7-14-6. They have 20 points. Listen, Florida's had too many injuries. Their veterans are not playing well. They look like an awful, awful team, Florida. I mean, they just look bad. What else can you say? Number 14, Washington. They're 10-14-1, 21 points. I thought Washington, after they had that spirited comeback against the Bruins about a week or so ago, were going to go on a run. They haven't done it. They're in too big of a hole now to dig out of. They dug themselves too big of a hole. It's hard to believe a team with Alex Ovechkin would be this bad, but they are. Number 13, Buffalo. They're 10-14-3. They have 23 points. They've lost 4 of 5. They did beat the Rangers last night. That was a nice win. They did it with their backup goalie. Miller actually didn't play last night. Buffalo, I mean, I don't know what to make of them. They win 3, they lose 4, then they beat the Rangers. Totally inconsistent, Buffalo. I mean, it's going to be hard for them to make the playoffs, although they are only about 5 points out of a playoff spot. Number 12, Tampa Bay, 11-14-1. They have 23 points. 2-7 in their last 9. I don't like what I see at all from Tampa Bay. I don't like their defense. They give up too many goals. They started off nice this year. I don't like what I see at all from Tampa Bay. Number 11, Philadelphia. They are 12-14-1. 25 points. They're just not in sync, the Flyers. Every time you think they're going to turn the corner and make a move, they just can't do it. They're just not in sync. I was reading an article about Pronger, how he still wishes to come back to the NHL. You forget Pronger, has been out all this time for the Flyers. He's such a fabulous player. I mean, you forget that the Flyers actually had him. He's been out so long with the concussion problems and all the injuries and all that. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to get back, but Pronger, what a loss that was for the Flyers these last few years. Number 10, the Islanders, 11-12-3, 25 points. Blown out at Pittsburgh over the weekend, and now they don't play till Thursday. So they've had some time to stew over that loss. The Penguins just bombarded them the other night. Islanders had a good week to stew over that. We'll see how they respond. Number 9, Winnipeg, 13-11-2, 28 points. They're only 3 points behind Carolina for the division. They have a great home ice advantage. Winnipeg playing decently this year. Those would be your teams out of the playoffs right now. Here are your top 8. Number 8, the Rangers. They are 13-10-2, 28 points. They had won, 5 of 6, and then they lost to Buffalo last night, which was an inexplicable loss. I didn't think the Rangers were going to lose to Buffalo. I mean, it was just a bizarre game. I mean, the Rangers only get 1 goal. I mean, they outshot Buffalo. At one point, it was like 12-0. They were out shooting them in the second period, and Buffalo comes down the ice and scores. So the Rangers had like 12 shots in one period. Buffalo had one, yet Buffalo had the only goal of the second period. So that was a bad loss for the Rangers. I'm still waiting for the Rangers to, peak. I'm still waiting for them to get to the, championship level that I think they can get to. Haven't been doing it so far this year. Number 7, the New Jersey Devils. They are 12-9-5. They have 29 points. 2-6-1 without Brodeur. I mean, Brodeur's 150 years old, yet you see how much he means to this team. Even at his advanced age, he means so much to the Devils. Need him back in the lineup in the worst way. Number 6, Ottawa, 13-8-5, 31 points. Winning with all their key guys out. I mean, you cannot give the Ottawa coach any more credit. I mean, he is doing a fabulous job. Ottawa's top guys are out, yet they're still hanging in there. They play these low-scoring games. They grind it out. They're still hanging in there. All their top guys are hurt. Tremendous job by the Ottawa coach keeping this together. Number 5, Toronto, 15-11-1, 31 points. They look like a playoff team this year. They look like a playoff team for sure this year, Toronto. They are a nice little surprise. Number 4, Boston. They are 17-4-3. They have 37 points. Lost a tough one at Pittsburgh last night. They're up 2-0 late in the second period, and they lose. Don't even get a point out of it. I still think Boston is a solid team. I still think they're one of the best teams in the East, if not the best. Number 3, Carolina, 15-9-1, 31 points. They've won 5 of 6. Cam Ward is out about 6 weeks, so they got to hold it down without their starting goaltender. I like Carolina. I think they're going to be a surprise team, especially in the playoffs. I like the Stahl brothers playing together. I like Carolina. In the playoffs, they could be a surprise. Number 2, Pittsburgh. They are 19-8-0. They've actually haven't lost an overtime game. 19-8-0, 38 points. Malkin's out about a week. Kunit's very good. They rallied a win last night. A tremendous come-from-behind win against a good Boston Bruin team. Penguins have won about 6 in a row. Really playing well. Number 1, Montreal. 17-5-4, 38 points. They come off a 4-1 road trip. They do lose Prost, who's out 2 weeks. That's a loss. Montreal, what a tremendous job they're doing. They did not have a good season at all last year. Playing tremendous hockey. Goaltending's been great. Hockey is back in Montreal. What a nice job the Canadians doing. Tops in the East. That is a big surprise. I didn't think Montreal would be tops in the East at this point. They are doing a tremendous job. So that is kind of where you are in the Eastern Conference. Let's go over to the West. 15-1. Number 15, Calgary. They are 9-11-4. 22 points. They're last in the conference. They're going nowhere. Blow it up and rebuild. Number 14, Colorado. They're 10-11-4, 24 points. They ended Chicago's big winning streak. You thought they were going to go on a roll, and then they get shut out at home last night. So you don't know what you're getting from Colorado. Beat Chicago, then get shut out at home last night. They did sign O'Reilly. That was a nice signing, so we'll keep an eye on Colorado. Number 13, Columbus. 10-12-5, 25 points. Won 5 of 6, and they swept Detroit over the weekend in the back-to-back games. So Columbus will battle you. I mean, they're not that good. They will battle you, though. They'll leave you black and blue, but you usually come out of the game with a win against them. And remember, 3 first-round picks this year for Columbus in a deep draft. Number 12, Edmonton, 10-11-5, 25 points. They had a players-only meeting. They've seemed to have responded. We'll see if they can keep it up. They've been a little inconsistent this year, Edmonton. Number 11, Dallas, 12-11-2, 26 points. This is just kind of what I thought. I thought they'd be a 500 team battling for that last spot. That's exactly where they are. Number 10, Nashville, 11-9-6, 28 points. They're going to be on a 5-game road trip. They cannot score, Nashville. They couldn't score in the beginning of the year. They can't score now. The difference is in the beginning of the year, they're actually winning. Now they're slipping a little bit. I mean, they're still right there for the bottom playoff spots, slipping a little bit. They cannot score. There's only so far you can go when you can't put the puck in the net. That's the name of the game. Number 9, San Jose, 11-8-6, 28 points. They've lost 4 straight. I don't trust San Jose. Even when they have a good team, they let you down. Now I don't think they have a good team at all. They're still going to let you down. They probably won't even make the playoffs. San Jose is a bust every single year. Those would be your those would be your teams out of the playoffs. Here are your top 8. Number 8, Minnesota, 13-10-2, 28 points. They're battling Vancouver for the division. They're 2 points behind Vancouver right now. I'm waiting for Minnesota to go on a run. I like Minnesota's team. I like their top line. I like the moves they made in the offseason. Didn't have any training camp. Had a lot of new faces. I'm waiting for Minnesota to make a run. Minnesota would be my surprise team in the West, just like Carolina's my surprise team in the East. I'm waiting for Minnesota to make a run. Number 7, Detroit, 12-9-5, 29 points. Lost back-to-back games to Columbus. What's that all about? That's hard to do. This is not a vintage Detroit team. I know it's Hockey Town. They're probably going to make the playoffs. This is not a cup team. Number 6, Phoenix, 13-10-3, 29 points. 7 of the next 9 on the road. A lot of road games coming up. Phoenix is right there for the playoffs. They had a nice run last year. Let's see how they do on this road trip. Number 5, St. Louis, 14-10-2, 30 points. The funny thing about St. Louis is they've looked better with the rookie Allen in goal than the veteran Halak. That's a surprise. You thought they'd look better with Halak, the veteran, coming back. They've actually played better when the rookie Allen is in goal. So that's a little strange there. St. Louis in your 5 spot right now. Number 4, LA, 14-9-2, 30 points, I should say. Carter, 13 goals in 13 games, so he's playing really well. LA was really streaking. They did lose last night to Phoenix, but still, they're moving their way right up the standings. They're in the 4 slot already. LA was way back at the beginning of the season, starting to play real good. Remember last year, they were an 8 seed, won the whole thing. Number 3, Vancouver, 12-7-6, 30 points. Kessler's hurt. He's going to be out a while. That is a big loss for Vancouver. They're bad on the power play. They're battling Minnesota for the division. You still don't know about their goalie situation with Luongo. They're like San Jose. They always let you down in the playoffs. They've had big teams in the past only to come up short. We'll keep an eye on Vancouver, see if they can get it done this year. Number 2, Anaheim, 19-3-3, 41 points. To me, they're the shock of the year. I never thought Anaheim would be this good. I thought maybe they'd be battling for that 8th spot. They are the second best team in all of hockey as far as points right now. 19-3-3 for the Ducks. 4 solid lines, a deep team, keep getting it done. Even last night on the road, they're down 1-0 in Minnesota. They rally to win. Tremendous work by Anaheim. And number 1, Chicago, 21-2-3, 45 points. They have lost 2. They did lose 2 games. Give them a break, folks. They did play 7 games in 11 nights. They were probably worn down. They've had a couple of injuries now. Give them a break. They've lost 2 games. 45 points, 21-2-3. Tremendous, tremendous job by Chicago. Right now, the best team in hockey, although they probably are a little worn out from having to carry the burden of this streak around. Now it's over. We'll see how they play now that the streak is over, and they do have a couple injuries, so we'll keep an eye on the Blackhawks. Remember, Anaheim's only 4 points behind them for best record in the West. So that's kind of where you are in your NHL right now. We're kind of halfway through the half season we're having in the NHL. So we're about halfway through. It's going to go quick this year, the NHL, only half a season. That's kind of where we are right now. As far as Wednesday, what to watch tonight, let's start in the NBA. Tonight, Miami at Philadelphia. I mean, you got to keep an eye on the Heat with this winning streak. They're going for 20 in a row. You wouldn't expect it to end in Philadelphia against a bad Sixers team. Now, the Sixers did beat Brooklyn the other night. I mean, maybe Miami takes them for granted. Miami's coming off of, they're going to be on a back-to-back here. I mean, I can't see the Sixers winning. You got to keep an eye on it, though. Lakers at Atlanta. Lakers are on a back-to-back. So is Atlanta. Lakers actually need to beat a good team on the road. We'll see if they can do that tonight in Atlanta. Utah at Oklahoma City. Utah's battling for Lakers for that last spot. I have no confidence in Utah. No confidence in them on the road. No confidence here against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City got plastered by San Antonio the other day. Now they come home. Look for them to just bombard Utah tonight. The Knicks at Denver tonight. That is Melo's return to Denver if he does play. Remember, Melo's been banged up with this knee problem. He's saying he's going to have this knee problem the rest of the year. That's not a good sign for the Knicks. Stoudemire already out the rest of the regular season. We'll see if Melo plays tonight. If he does, the Denver fans should be all over him tonight. That is an interesting game. The Knicks only scored 60-something points against Golden State the other night. Denver's the best home team in the league. We'll keep an eye on that game. Memphis at the Clippers. Very nice game. These teams are battling for position. Memphis actually has a chance to catch the Clippers for the 3 spot. Memphis is also trying to hold off Denver, who's right behind them. So that battle, the Clippers, Memphis, and Denver for the 3, 4, and 5 spot, very interesting. Very nice game. Memphis is playing nice ball even after they traded Rudy Gay. Over to your NHL tonight. Ottawa at Montreal. That should be a nice game. And a big rivalry game tonight. Philadelphia at New Jersey. 2 teams really struggling, but they will get after it, tonight in Newark. As far as your college basketball tonight, Big East tournament is underway. You know, we have some games in the Big East tonight. Cincinnati against Providence, St. John's against Villanova, Syracuse against Seton Hall. We'll see if Syracuse, you know, plays any better than they've been playing. They've looked terrible. They should beat Seton Hall. And Notre Dame plays Rutgers. A couple other games to keep an eye on, I guess. Arizona State and Stanford. I mean, Arizona State's on the bubble. Boise State against San Diego State. Boise State definitely needs a good quality win. So a couple of games to keep an eye on. And remember, in the Big East tournament, Georgetown, Louisville, Marquette, and Pittsburgh all have double byes, so they don't play till tomorrow. And remember, Georgetown, Louisville, and Marquette shared in the regular season title, so the bigger teams don't play till tomorrow. So you got some stuff going on. If you told me what was a must-watch tonight, I mean, not much in college basketball is a must-watch. I mean, you want to keep an eye on some teams. I mean, you want to see how Syracuse plays. NHL, you got a nice rivalry, Philadelphia Devils, but those two teams aren't playing great. You'd expect Montreal tonight to take care of Ottawa at home. NBA, I mean, I would say the Knicks-Denver would be a must-watch if Melo plays, just to see how, you know, the whole him going back to Denver turns out. Fans should be all over him, but I don't even know if he's going to play. Memphis and the Clippers is a decent game. And I guess you want to keep an eye on the Lakers-Atlanta, see if the Lakers can beat a decent team on the road. And, of course, Miami at Philadelphia. You want to see if the streak continues. Not a great night in the sports world, but it's going to pick up over the weekend when you get the bigger teams in college basketball starting to play and they start duking it out in their conference finals. So that's where we are right now. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll do our NBA State of the Union, and of course we'll do anything else that comes up in the sports world, recap whatever went on tonight. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. I will talk to you tomorrow, Thursday. Take care.